Good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing here. And today we're going to do our kickoff for 2020, our kickoff webinar. And we're all going to make this year our best yet. Super excited about this year. I'm going to bring on Bill Seitz, our liaison from Clearview Mortgage. Good morning, Bill. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Kevin. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, buddy. I'm also going to bring on Travis Breton, our corporate broker. Good morning to you, Travis.
Hey, Kevin. How's it going?
Very well, thank you. So first of all, I'd like to just give Bill a second to kind of tell us what's going on in mortgage land. We had a great year as a company with Clearview Mortgage in 2019. So what's in store for 2020, Bill?
Well, lots of things, Kevin. We've set our goals. We've looked at the growth, and as you mentioned, we've had a great year. We've achieved over 50% growth from 2018 to 2019, which was excellent. And we appreciate all of the support and contributions from our ARG agents. It really is a nice partnership when we can make it work for both of us. Yeah. And it's just, I want to welcome everybody back to the webinar. I know we've been off for a few weeks, and I hope that everyone's had a great holiday time out with, their friends and family and all the things that we do in the chaotic 2 to 3 weeks of the back end of December.
It's kind of nuts, huh?
It is. And this is the week that everyone kind of really straps their work shoes on and gets back at it. So us being one of them, I do want to welcome everyone back. It's been a nice time out, but it's time to get back to work.
Also exciting, right? Fired up to get back to work. Come on.
100%. We got to pay for all those presents that we bought our friends and family.
There you go.
So thank you for pulling up the 10-year treasury, Kevin. Rates it's been kind of interesting. The market's gone up a little bit today, even despite the geopolitical event we had last night with Iran lobbing some missiles that didn't do anything last night. And so it was interesting. Last night, the Dow future market had dropped 4%, but it bounced back this morning, and even the 10-year is gone up a little bit, which just means that people in the market, based on even Trump's speech that just went on about an hour or so ago, the investors feel pretty strongly that nothing's really going to come out of this, and that things are going to temper down, and that Iran really doesn't want a war with us, and we don't really want a war with them, which is good. And the market will tell you that right there, because that's confidence in the market right there.
100%.
But I think this year is going to be an interesting year, because rates are supposed to potentially go down on the Fed side, but the economy is still chugging along pretty well. And I even read that report that you sent over, Kevin. What is the Radmus? What is it? I get a couple different reports. The one you sent over about 2 days ago.
Right.
And talked about the economy and the jobs, and we're still creating jobs at a credible rate. So the economy is doing very well. Rates are, they're saying, so you're getting a lot of conflicting information. So it'll just be interesting to see. I personally don't think that rates are going to move too much either way. It just seems like it's going to be kind of a flat year, and there'll be opportunities along the way for people to refi and take advantage of where we're at. But in the long term, I don't think we're going to see anything drastic, which will be good for all of you out there in the selling houses and stuff.
For sure.
Lastly, there's been some changes to loan limits from conventional FHA, VA, and I think over the next couple of weeks, I will bring that into the webinar and kind of go through those changes. So as to be expected, as the housing market and housing prices increase, Fannie and Freddie review those housing increases across the country, and they set their loan limits for 2020. So does FHA and VA. So we'll review those and get everyone up to speed on where those changes have occurred and what the price points are, and also just give everyone some details that'll help you with your buyers moving forward into this year.
Fantastic, Bill. And so along the same lines, so what my presentation is basically about today is, this is the first of the year. It's, it's the beginning of the year. it is a great time and a great excuse to get back in touch with all of our people in our sphere of influence. This is what we do. So first of all, if you guys haven't already completed your real estate business plan for 2020, I'm going to make sure everybody has the link to the webinar we did a couple weeks ago. And in fact, it was in November. And so that's step one. Make sure that you guys are starting the year with a solid plan. And so I've got that that replay you can of course see. These are the notes that went along with it. So please start with making sure that you create your business plan for 2020. So that would be step one. And then of course, as part of that, it's, picking a marketing mix, picking a budget, sticking to it, making sure that we're trying these things for at least 6 months and we're being consistent. So that would be step one there, guys. And then also, let me bring up my special graphic. What I've done is I've created the 2020 outlook for the real estate market, a real estate market forecast. So this is a perfect excuse to send, this report to everybody in your database. And, I want you guys to all read this. I've created this as a blog post. I also have this available for everybody as just a basic email. Or I'm sorry, just a basic, Word document. So I'll show you that. So all of you guys can copy this, put it directly into your CRM system, and you can email this out to your people within your sphere of influence. So on top of that, I have what I call our 2020 action plan. This is our ARG Agent Action Plan. So this is a step-by-step instructions on what you guys can do to really fire this up. And so before I get too far into this, Travis, I want you to just kind of take a look at this and let me know, what do you think about my little action plan here about re-engaging your sphere of influence in 2020 and especially at the beginning of the year?
I think it's a perfect opportunity to start re-engaging and getting into a good habit of, okay, well, I got my first re-engagement out there. Moving forward, I'm going to do this once a month, every 2 weeks, every week, whatever kind of schedule you want to get on for doing that. So I think it's the beginning of, starting a new chapter of good habits for yourself in marketing. We do this every year, obviously, but hopefully, this would be the year that you make it stick, So,
exactly.
We have a lot of material, this is great. We have, just a lot of material and tools and resources on helping agents to achieve that consistency and, follow up. All the money is in the follow-up with the leads. Usually generating the leads isn't too much of an issue. Now, there's lots of ways to do that. It's the follow-up. So, I think that this has a lot of really good points on it.
Yeah, so, basically, I'm just going to go through this literally step-by-step, guys, because there's no excuse why, every single agent can do this and should do this. And I guarantee this will drum up business. So the first thing you want to do, and I've already done this, is you publish that market report on your website. So everybody on the call that has been with us has their own website, right? So and their own agent marketing system. So the first thing you want to do is go into your agent marketing system, go into your monthly letters, and again, then you go into leads, email drip, and go into your monthly letters and create this monthly letter. And all you have to do is take it from the Word document and oops, wrong one. Take it from the Word document and literally copy and paste. This is the easiest thing in the world to do. Copy and then bring it over to our agent marketing platform and paste. So it's that easy. Done. And then this can go out to all the people in our database. Of course, all those people live in our client area, right? So that's step one. Post it to your And really, you can also do a blog post as well within your agent marketing system. So if you want to do a blog, same thing. Go in here, add a new one, post the blog, literally cut and paste into here. So super easy. Also, they give us a spot for an image. Well, I've got images for you guys. So this same image, all of you guys can download this and you can put it into your agent marketing system. So getting back to our action plan, we publish that. Then we want to add, and this step-by-step, this can be done. You can literally look at these as, I'm going to do this on day 1, this day 2, this day 3, this day 4. You don't have to do all this at once. And it's a great idea to block out your time and know that you're going to be doing these things at whatever interval you're going to do them. So we publish it, blog post. Then what we want to do is make sure that we're adding all of our leads. Maybe we've got new leads. I know everybody's got some new leads. We've been to holiday parties over the break and stuff like that. We probably met some new people. Get them into our database. Then connect with them on social media. Then what you want to do is customize a cover letter and attach this 2020 real estate market forecast report. Like I said, email that to your database. Then what you want to do the following day is share the blog post and images on social media. So I'll show you how I've done that. So if you go to our Alta Realty Group Facebook page, well, I've got a nice excerpt of this real estate market forecast, and I've got a link. And if you click on this, it goes directly to our website and goes to our corporate ARG website. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. You could even highlight this and copy this. If you didn't want to go through the steps of putting it into your own blog post, you could even share it here. No problem at all. I don't recommend it. I recommend you put it in your blog post and always send people back to your website. That's a much better way to do it. But, everybody's got their own ways, and, I don't want people to get hung up on certain things. Just make it happen. That's the most important thing. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make sure that we share that blog post and those images on social media. I've got I've got 2 different images. I've got one that's more geared for Instagram. This is just a better size for Instagram. So, I've got a lot of easy stuff for you guys to download and use this. Then this is a really good idea, guys. Create a quick video about the 2020 real estate market forecast and put it on your Facebook and your YouTube channel. And again, this can be a 10-second video, just a clip of you referencing the market report, or you could go all the way through it, talk about the market report. There's a lot of really good information in that market report. So then what you want to do is post the video. Once you've posted the video, you want to run a Facebook and or Instagram ad for the video. And you don't have to spend a lot of money, but in your little sphere of influence, in your target market area, geographically, you want to put out maybe $25 in a month and let that thing go. $50 and let that thing go out there. It's going to get your name out there. Travis, anything to add there? I know you're a big proponent of this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, this just has so many marketing possibilities to really kind of kick off some stuff.
Right.
Just even the image alone. Well, let me back up. If I were to do this, I would put it in my blog first.
Good man.
Because the blog is connected to the website, which has the lead capture forms in it. Hopefully you have your IDX set up, so on and so forth. So basically what you would want to do is have this really nice informative piece on your blog. And then from there, the way that I would probably do it, instead of copy and pasting the whole thing into the email newsletter, is I would just do like you did as far as a little excerpt and say, hey everyone, new year, here's a market forecast, and just a shorter email with a link back to my blog.
Yes.
So that the email that the clients or prospects or sphere of influence are receiving is much, much shorter and not this huge long email, because they probably won't read that, but they will read a little excerpt and click a link.
There you go.
I mean,
I love that idea, Travis, because first of all, we're sending people back to the website where they may be able to engage with the other content on our website or fill out a form. And then the other thing is, if the first part of that little X is compelling enough, they're going to want to read more, and they are going to click on that. And
exactly.
So, really good point,
Yeah.
Travis. Go ahead.
And then the Facebook thing is the same thing. I mean, you could even run ads with just the images that you made, and check out the 2020 forecast, and then it's a download now basically button on the image. That's going to take them straight over to the website. You can set your lead capture to, that they have to fill out information in order to read it or not. I mean, there's different settings for that. But you can use that particular piece as a downloadable piece of information that people are going to want to read and possibly give, a little bit of information on themselves, some contact info. So it's a really good little piece for marketing purposes.
Absolutely. And again, this is just kind of, a major, I'll call it an excuse to reach out to all of the people in our sphere of influence, and we're providing value. Who doesn't want to read this? A homeowner or somebody that's thinking about buying a home. This is a really good article. It has some really good information. It's quotes, some high level people within NAR. It's got good information. So you want to go ahead and do all those things. Then you want to connect via phone or text minimum with everybody in your database. And again, if you've got a name in your database and you don't have something scheduled for them, at least a phone call once a year, they shouldn't be in your database. So make sure that you're following up. And so here's a phone script that you can use, and it's just as easy as pie. This is Kevin from Alta Realty Group. Just wanted to call and wish you a happy new year. How's 2020 treating you so far, right? Blah, 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 blah. Also wanted to check, that they're going to respond, whatever they're going to say. You're going to do some small talk. Then you just want to make sure that you throw this in there. I also wanted to check and see if you had a chance to read the 2020 real estate market forecast I emailed you. A lot of my clients found it very interesting. Let them talk, right? Well, I'm here if you have any questions about real estate, or even if you have plans to make repairs or improvements to your current home and want advice or referrals from my expert group of professionals, right? I've instructed all of you to create your professional network so you can refer those people business. They will also refer you business. That's how it works. So I'm in the process of scheduling free consultations. If there's anything you want to discuss, let me know, right? Well, please do let me know if there's anything I can help you with this year. You're not being pushy. You're a service-oriented person. You're providing value, and you're just letting these people know you're there, right? Travis, anything to add in that little kind of a phone script? I mean, it just doesn't take much. It's just a touch, right?
My addition would be if you're phone shy, utilize text, utilize Messenger inside of Instagram and Facebook, because all of your connections are in there in Messenger, and most of us, I'm sure, have at least a couple hundred connections of people we know within their Facebook or their Instagram. Some of us have thousands. And just sending a Facebook message saying, hey, happy 2020. Basically, your phone script just about, happy 2020. Here's a link to my marketing report. Remember, keep me in mind, this year, if you're looking to buy or sell, have a friend, so forth. LinkedIn is also a good one to do it. Obviously, you have to have that connection, but all those sites right there, I mean, you don't even have to spend a dime on any of that. If your budget's a little tight, use Facebook Messenger, use Instagram Messenger, reach out to your contacts on LinkedIn with this same thing, just sending them the private message. Right. You'd be surprised on how many people are on there. I'm doing really good right now with Facebook Messenger on lead conversion and just generating leads and opening of conversations. A lot of people like to use it. So
It's
if you're phone shy, don't forget about those avenues as well.
yeah, it's a little less invasive, right, Travis?
Yep.
You know,
So and then then you can build into the phone scripts. Once you start seeing some success with reaching out through Messenger and so on and so forth.
for sure. And one little part of this phone script should be, we always need to, if we haven't already, we need to educate everybody in our database that the only way to see the true depiction of what's available in the market is through an MLS, a realtor website, not Redfin, not Zillow, not Trulia, none of those. You've got to, so another little thing to just throw out there while you're on the phone with this guy or this person would be to say, hey, just reminding you, I do have a great website. It's connected to IDX, or it's connected to the MLS, and you can search for properties on my website, and it is the best way to find out exactly what's on the market. And in fact, and then take it one step further. Oh, really? Oh, that's amazing, Kevin. In fact, Mr. Prospect, I can make sure that you get an email alert at least once a week to make sure that you are abreast of anything happening in your market. And of course, our agent marketing systems all come with that feature. We can go into their profile, we can set up a custom search for them, and they will get emails from us. So, it's just such a good way to kick this whole thing off and keep them engaged, right?
I actually just had this happen to me. We kind of write off our MLS a little bit in the drip searches and stuff like that. But, we have the best filters through MLS. And I know that parts of the MLS are a little antiquated as to, delivery methods of this, but I actually had this happen to me last week. I got connected through Messenger from an ad I'm running. This guy was asking a couple questions. He had stated in his sequence, I have a bot sequence that they go through with questions that he wasn't looking to buy for 6 to 12 months. And he was kind of looking for some stuff. And so I sent him, I asked a few questions. I sent him exactly what he was looking for. There were 8 homes that fit exactly what he was looking for. And he messaged me back. He's like, oh my God, that was so much easier than what I've been doing. He's like, it's really hard to filter out these searches on Redfin. I was like, well, we have, much more sensitive filters. And so actually, we started chatting a little bit more through Messenger, and he wanted to talk to a lender. Bill's actually talking to him now. So he's kind of getting things in line to get a pre-approval going. So
that's how it starts.
That's how it works. So don't be afraid to, send people exactly what they're looking for. And I like to ask them what they don't want in the house,
right?
And that way I can really filter it down even more.
Yeah, and on that note, the agent marketing system does have a new advanced filtration system that you pay more for, but it's got some really, really cool things, exclusions and things to add to their searches, right? Very cool. So this right here on the screen now is, I've got an email template. So you can use this template to send out this exact same thing to all of the people in your sphere. So I've even got an email template for everybody to use. So there's zero excuse for anybody to not reach out to their sphere of influence. This is a perfect excuse. And again, the market forecast is awesome. I want you all to read it. If you right after this call, if you want to email me and I'll send this directly to you, I'll send you all this collateral directly to you. It will be available as a download in the Agent Resource Center by the afternoon, so it'll be there as well. But if you need it now, if you're really excited and you want to get this going right this second, just send me an email and I'll reply back to you with all of this collateral material. So you guys, this is such a great opportunity to hit the floor running. 2020, the economy is in great shape. Markets, there's not a lot of inventory, as we know, but rates are low, and there is an opportunity for us to do very, very well in 2020. So with that said, Bill, any takeaways that you have from this particular webinar?
I do. That script is excellent. You know, it's too easy just to have that conversation with somebody. And I really like Travis's idea. If you're not a phone person, I am personally a phone person. I like to pick up the phone and call and I mean, just the way I'm basically built. But I understand that some people don't do as well on the phone or don't like to, make calls outbound. And I think that Travis's idea about the Facebook messengers is really good, because I didn't even think about it. You know, I don't personally use Facebook much anymore. I'm just not a huge fan of it for many reasons. But that's a whole nother issue. As far as incorporating it into your business is incredible. And I forgot how powerful that Facebook Messenger can be. And as Travis said, you could customize this template and just make it for a formatted little, shortened message you could blast out to all your connections. I mean, what better way to use technology to connect with that many people, like he said, with no cost. There's no cost there at all. It's just your time to format the message and send it out. That is really powerful. I love that, Kevin and Travis. One thing I would say that I think we maybe, I don't know if we mentioned at the end of the year, but this is obviously the start of the year, is just set goals for yourself. We as a company had our end of year meeting on the 26th, day after Christmas. We had to, get ourselves out of the slump and get over to the office and start reviewing what we're going to do for this year. Hopefully everyone is thinking about that or doing that now. If you haven't done it at the end of the year, you should be doing that now. I think setting real tangible goals is something that's super important. And do that action plan now. If you're not busy, and this is kind of we all know that January is a transitional month. We go into the springtime, it gets busy, and it starts getting busier towards the beginning of summer. Do this right now. You have time. You should set yourself, hey, what can I do at least one thing every day on this list, the action plan, so that I am moving forward into 2020 doing really quality things towards my business and to getting the year started. And create good habits for yourself. You can't say it enough. If you don't do the blog, this is the year you're going to start your blog, or you're going to start your newsletter. Start doing it. Create a habit. Make sure that you do it. I know that I get like anxiety if I don't send it out now. So it's like, there's every once in a while Kevin I won't coordinate because he actually pushes it out and formats it for me, but I give him all of the content. But it's very rare, and it's something that I've created as a habit, and I do it every week. So hopefully you guys can start building in those habits and these things that Kevin and Travis are talking about to grow your business this year.
Heck yeah, Bill. Well, appreciate the insights there. And Travis, always appreciate your insights on the things that we do here. But yeah, guys, just no excuses. This is a very, very simple way to get back in touch with everybody. So I want to see everybody do this. Okay. Like I said, you can go ahead and just email me after the webinar, or check the Agent Resource Center on the ARG.net website, and that will be available. We're actually adding a lot of really cool stuff to that Agent Resource Center. All of these, anytime I do a market forecast, or if I create any kind of marketing materials, all of those are now going to be available as downloads, PDF downloads in the Agent Resource Center. So look for that as well. And then lastly, the very best thing to do is, if you're having trouble, is to schedule a Calendly meeting with me. You just go to calendly.com/Alta Realty Group. Or if you have ever received an email from me, it's in every single email in my signature line. So you can also get to my calendar that way. So no excuses, guys. Let's make this year the best yet. And looking forward to seeing all of you on the webinar next week. Thanks so much.